100 naira ko. Esamba seko.
Good morning, wonderful people. You're welcome to another exciting edition of your favorite morning show, Lagos this morning. And today we'll be giving you updates and also discussions ranging from the political space and also entertainment and sport, and also in lifestyle as well. But before then, I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide, and with me here is my ever pretty and wonderful co-host.
Good morning, viewer. You're welcome to Lagos this morning on Flip TV Plus. It's good to have you here. I am Gladys Alose. You're welcome.
Yes, it's good to have you, our esteemed viewers. Let's take a look at the top stories we have for you this morning. Nigeria Air launch is a fraud, reps panels claims.
Why we suspended planned nationwide strike coming from NLC TUC. On
fuel subsidy, adjust your lifestyle to current economic realities. That's coming from a Nigerian cleric.
25% FCT votes, court dismisses case against Tinubu.
I have always supported fuel subsidy removal. That's coming from Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi.
Artificial intelligence risk gains of revolutionary technology.
Yes, let's move into the newspaper front pages we have this morning.
We'll be starting with This Day newspaper. And on the front page we have here Peter Obi, petrol subsidy and organized crime.
And also Nadeco congratulates Tinubu, seeks return to federal system, says deceptive choreographed 1979 and 1999 constitutions which preserved all the grave damage military government forcefully imposed upon this country remains bane of Nigeria.
State assemblies inaugurate new speakers, others elected.
As lawmakers call for forensic audits of 11.34 trillion naira Port Harcourt, Warri and Kaduna refineries rehabilitation.
NLC, why we suspended planned nationwide strike over subsidy.
Accuses federal government of weaponizing ex-parte injunctions against workers. And also KPMG report predicts 30% inflation rate, 6 cushioning measures, advises federal government to implement Oronsai report. NESG advises government to mobilize public support via citizen education.
And on Senate grants Tinubu's request to appoint 20 special advisors.
Moving on to the next front page, we have Nigerian Tribune.
Court dismisses suit filed by 5 FCT residents to stop Tinubu's inauguration.
As Senate throws out controversial National Water Resources Bill.
Confusion persists over new NANS leadership.
I will appeal dismissal of suit on Atiku over SPV saga, says Festus Kiyamo.
Implement El Rufai Committee's recommendation on Constitution, Nadeco tells Tinubu.
How I would have implemented subsidy removal. That's coming from Peter Obi.
Reps to federal government halt further action on Nigeria Air, say transaction shoddy, shrouded in secrecy, falls short of due process, demand prosecution of all involved in Nigeria Air takeoff, aircraft bearing Nigeria Air logo chartered from European Airlines, acting MD.
Reps to hold valedictory session today.
Gunmen kill UI professor.
As National Assembly approves Tinubu's request to appoint 20 special advisors.
Presidential election, Obi Labour Party tender local government election results from 17 states.
And also 2 speakers emerge in Nasarawa House of Assembly. 38-year-old emerging speaker in Osun as state inaugurate assemblies.
Moving on to the next newspaper front page is Daily Trust.
Yes, right at the top left corner we have Presidential Tribunal adjourns over INEC's failure to supply PDP materials.
Reps declare Nigeria air launch fraud. Want officials involved prosecuted.
IFC supports BUA with $500 million facility to boost Sokoto plant.
On fuel removal, the subsidy removal rather, artisans, business owners accuse NLC TUC of selling out. CSOs knock unions, want other Nigerians covered. Why we suspended strike coming from Labour, fear of business loss looms. Man laments, civil society leaders, activists to go ahead with mass protest.
And also drama as Nasarawa Assembly gets 2 speakers.
Food crisis looms, farmers tell Tinubu.
And UI professor shot dead in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Moving on to the next front page, we have the Nation. Nigeria air launch, a fraud, rep panel claims.
Senate okays 20 special advisors for president. Manufacturers spend 76.7 billion naira on power in 6 months.
Yeah, still on the front page of the Nation, on NLC, why we suspended planned strike, Obi endorses subsidy removal.
Tinubu in crucial talks over Senate president and speaker as president urges Wase Betara Gagdi orders to accept party's choice. Meeting slated with APC governors, NWC, senators and reps-elect today.
Filing discrepancies stall Atiku and PDP petition as Obi Labour Party tender results sheet from 17 states.
Moving on to the next newspaper front page is Vanguard.
Yes, on the top right corner we have Peter Obi, court admits ward result from Lagos, Kogi, Sokoto and 14 other states.
INEC publishes final list of candidates for Kogi, Imo, Bayelsa, Guba polls.
Senate approved Tinubu's request to appoint 20 special advisors.
Why we shield planned nationwide strike, NLC TUC.
Yes, and as NLC cites mood, stability of nation after general elections, accuses industrial court of working against workers' interests. We shelved strike because government accepted all our demands. That's coming from the Trade Union Congress.
As Atiku accuses INEC of blocking access to documents despite paying 6 million naira.
Air Nigeria unveiling is a gimmick. That's coming from the Senate.
Let's move over to the next newspaper front page. Let's take a look at the Punch.
Punch right now this morning we have House alleges fraud, asks Tinubu to suspend Nigeria air.
51 justo for Kogi, Bayelsa, Imo governorship seats.
Finally, Senate throws out Buhari's controversial water bill.
On subsidy, reps demand NNPCL audits over unaccounted 2 trillion naira assets.
As some NNPCL subsidiaries bought crude oil without evidence of payment, that's coming from lawmakers. Also, legislators OPS back refineries privatization. Uber Bolt drivers begin nationwide strike.
And in Lagos State, Obasa, that's Mudasiro Obasa, re-elected Speaker Sanwo-Olu inaugurates Lagos Assembly.
Also, anti-inauguration lawyer fined 20 million naira, faces NBA probe.
And the police investigate assassination of UI professor.
Journalism icon, ex-Daily Times editor Enahoro for UK burial today.
Moving on is Punch Sports Extra.
Yes, on Punch Sport Extra, we have Karim Benzema seals Al Ittihad 200 million euros deal.
FIFA honors Osimhen.
And also La Liga Best African Player award trails Chukwueze.
Benzema seals, what's that please?
Yeah, Al Ittihad 200 million euros deal.
Okay.
And also today we'll be having the Europa Conference League final between Fiorentina and West Ham of England. Finalists eye end to 6-decade wait for European glory.
Mark Alistair undergoes Liverpool medical.
And also United staff split over Rice as Pulisic coy on Chelsea future.
Interesting.
Yeah, win or bust in the NPFL Super 6 today. It's a win or bust, all to play for on match day 3. Insurance, Sunshine, and Remo in a must-win battle.
Onyeka reveals EPL toughest opponents.
As Cremonese demand €7 million for Desas, as Galatasaray eyes summer move for Joel Aribo. We have beautiful stories there for the Nigerian internationals. Before we delve into the main topics for today and discussions, we'll have to go for a short break right now. We'll be back. You're still watching Lagos This Morning. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
100 naira ko, Estambul ko.
Alright guys, welcome back to the program Lagos This Morning. Let's
on
take a
Flip
look
TV Plus.
on Flip TV Plus. Yes. Let's take a look at the top stories. Nigeria hair launch is a fraud. The rep panel claims, and from the report here that we have they said the Nigeria AMD adds that his mandate is to secure an operating license for the airline as it is still in its early stage. Dayo Olumide, the acting managing director of Nigeria Air, has disclosed that the airplane that landed at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, on May 26th was a chartered one from Ethiopia. Why?
It was really obvious, because I remember that a day after the claim that we now have an airline, someone on Twitter, saw that Ethiopia something and circled it. A lot of people were like, okay, so what's this about? And they actually called the federal government out, and then they said they were in partnership. And now only for us to get to know that after a few days that it was actually hired.
Yes, it was being chartered from Ethiopia. When we saw the registration number on the plane, it should have been a Nigerian registration number, but it was Ethiopian. So I think it has been causing controversy on the social media space since yesterday evening, and people are calling for the appropriate body to prosecute anyone or the set of people that are actually part of this unveiling scam, because I'll call it scam. You can't bring a mannequin of Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi and unveil the mannequin to us and tell us that you've unveiled this person to us. No. Someone, I think Ahmed Garba or something like, or someone, Bashir Ahmed or something, on Twitter, he posted that he tweeted today that it is not a scam, that is a gradual process, getting to the final stuff, but they are just unveiling how the plane would look like. How would you unveil how the plane would look like to us? Are we
with someone else's airline?
With someone else's airline.
In another country, as a matter of fact.
In that country, how do you do that? So I think these people should be brought to book. And now Yahoo is even trending on Twitter now because of this thing. So people are calling out to the appropriate body, to the president, to Tinubu, to prosecute these people. Because if you don't prosecute, I said this thing yesterday, that when we have weaker institutions, all this insecurity and lawlessness is bound to happen. All these people should be on their toes right now. All of them. Why should you unveil a mannequin to us and say this is the actual stuff? And Nigerians were actually happy. But I knew it. I knew that this thing is just scam, because we didn't have the picture of the process, no updates, no reports. We just saw plane. Bam. How come? How did you arrive at it?
Just few days to leaving office.
Exactly. And there were congratulatory messages. Nigerians were feeling happy. I was just looking. I didn't say anything. I was like, okay.
You can't just
until I see that Nigerian airline fly.
You can't say Nigerians. You
some
say
Nigerians.
The elites. Honestly, because an average Nigerian day wasn't even happy. Like, what exactly did they do? Okay, could this be an achievement?
Yeah.
But say when we didn't even see the process, you just come out to see we now have this. How did you?
With Ethiopian Airlines.
How did you manage? How did you manage to do this? Without our leaders, right?
Yes.
They're doing something. They will tell you we are doing something. This is what we are. This is the stage we are in right now, and all that. So we didn't see any of that. We just saw an airline. We now owe an airline.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's very bad. It's a bad one from them. It's just trending now. Yahoo Yahoo. Everybody's calling them Yahoo Yahoo. It's just what kind of scam is all these things. You've brought a plane to us and you're telling us that this is how the plane would look like, and you are unveiling the look-alike, the man who came for us.
It's the best thing to do is to prosecute those people that were involved in it. But then, how are you going to prosecute people? Your how will I put it now? How will you prosecute your own, your kinsmen, or your brothers, people that you work together with? You guys know what you do, and who is going to prosecute them? People that actually aided, that helped out in the whole thing. It's just funny because, like someone usually say on this show that we are not ready. Nigerians are not ready to come out of what we are facing. Because we actually feel that we are enjoying the whole thing. We are enjoying the ride and we are not ready yet. Because once we are ready, once we are tired, if the water gets to your neck, there's no how you will not start crying.
Yes, you
definitely do something. But because we feel that we can swim, so let's manage.
Let's keep on swimming.
We still have a safety jacket. Until all the safety jackets are all spoiled.
That's when we start crying for help.
That's when we start crying for help.
And I also think we should be having our human rights activists coming out to hear their own opinion too as well right now, because the average Nigerian out there does not really have the voice per se or the access to all these media channels to air their opinion and it will get to the mainstream media. So I think we should be getting them to react to this now. Yahoo Yahoo is trending, fraud is trending. We see our security operatives chasing guys on the streets, prosecuting them for alleged cyber fraud, cyber crime. Now, how do we call this kind of fraud? Deceiving over 220 million Nigerians that we now have an airline. But unfortunately, they just like a chartered plane. If two of us have a function now in probably Ghana, Senegal, or somewhere else, we can actually charter a plane. The plane will be flown down to Nigeria and everyone would go there and everything will be settled. That's just what they did. And they now branded it as a Nigerian airline, then returned it, and those people will now take the branding off again, then start using the airline. Ethiopia has their own airline and Nigeria don't even have. And we're calling ourselves would I say the giant of Africa? I would say we used to be the giant of Africa, but right now, well, I don't know the opposite of giants. It's not my mouth that we get that one from. Yeah, we have quite a number of people watching us around. Renato Media saying, good morning. Ola Adewale, thank you all for being part of the program today, for joining us on Flip TV Plus. Good morning, guys. What a wonderful day with Flip TV Plus. Good morning, Flip TV Plus from Gideon. You can click on the like button. You can also share. You can also share this program to other platforms to let other people know that we are live. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, moving on to the next one. Why we suspended planned nationwide strike? That's coming from NLC and the TUC. There are still court issues. The what's it called? The atmosphere is still getting to balance up. Even the transitioning of the government from former President Buhari to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, it has not started running yet like that. I think so. The NLC don't want to ground the whole process again, or bring up issue. That's what they came out to say, because they have been accused of being selling out, of collecting money or bribe from the top to shelve the strike plans.
I actually heard someone say something yesterday. Why are they speaking against the fuel subsidy? Could it be that they are actually benefiting from it? They might be the major beneficiaries of fuel subsidy. Well, I don't know how true that is. Yes, I don't really know how true that is. There's something I know in this country, like when you speak against a particular thing, they will start looking at you and be like, are you supporting this thing?
Okay, they spoke against the subsidy removal.
Yes.
Which means they are not part of it.
That I saw that report that they against the subsidy removal. They don't want it removed. So someone like that closely, could it be that they are one of the or part of the beneficiaries of the, you know, that some people have come out to say that the fuel subsidy is a scam.
Yes.
There are some people that the many money is actually going directly to their pockets. So could it be that it's NLC? Well, I don't know. You know, that was just an assumption made by someone yesterday.
Yes. There are some people that still don't want it to go, but I think the subsidy, the way it got removed, is just too sudden at once like that. It should have been a gradual process. Probably in 2 to 3 months, it should be, the removal should cut across 2 to 3 months, so the effect would, you know, be reduced to some extent on the average Nigerian out there. Also, for subsidy, adjust your lifestyle to current economic realities, clearly tells Nigerians. Right now, we are not even seeing too many cars on the road anymore.
Who wants to drive? Honestly, people don't want that stress. You know, let's say you work on the mainland and you live on the island, and you live on mainland. You know, now you know how Lagos traffic is usually.
Yes.
You're in traffic, you have to on your AC. Of course, you can't suffocate. And then the more the AC run, the more fuel it consumes.
Exactly.
And then you are spending money on fuel, and then the force of, let's say you buy 10 liters of fuel, it won't even go anywhere.
No, at all.
It shouldn't even take you for, like, if you're driving 10 hours.
10 liters of fuel now is 5,500.
You can imagine that. How do we even get to this point in this country? Well, first subsidy removal that people have been clamoring for, let it be removed, is a scam. Now here it is, right?
Yeah.
Now adjust your lifestyle to the current. I don't even understand. It's not really easy. As a matter of fact, even though some people are already trying to adjust, but then it's not easy. Okay, if you're adjusting, there's something I usually say. Probably some of these business owners, or do I say company owners, they should also understand that, okay, the cost of living is getting more expensive, it's getting higher. So probably they should also consider the people working for them, their staffs. You know, just like they did in Kwara State, they had to reduce the number of the working hours for staffs to 3 days in a week, just to make sure that, okay, they can at least take care of themselves too. And not that you spend all the money. Let me not use the word waste. You spend all the money on transit, and at the end of the month you don't have nothing to fall back on. It would be penny wise, pound foolish.
Pound foolish. Yes. It's just it's a bit of a problem right now for business owners, for employers, even for the employees. Is a problem for them now. Just imagine someone going from recently now from Ogba to Oshodi now is now 600 naira. It used to be about 300 naira before and stuff. So now it has doubled. Coming back to as well now, you know, you going to even the shortest distance now, you'll be spending up to 2,000 naira when you are not. It used to be like you're traveling interstate before, just like say you're going from Lagos to Abeokuta, now you can spend that kind of money. But within Lagos now, you can now spend like 5,000 naira just moving around. So I think that too with and the remuneration of staffs are not increasing, and the cost of living is now getting even higher than before. So I think we should be having the government should be looking at a way by which they can calm down this kind of situation. Probably we should have more BRT buses out there, and then maybe I don't know if it can be subsidized, the price, if they can subsidize it probably a little bit.
The BRT, I don't know, they consume fuel too, right? Or diesel?
Yes, they consume.
So the price,
but you know, if
their own price will still go higher.
You know, if they actually transport 300 or 200 people at once, it's not as if they would go and come back. Everybody would just go at once. So it's like in bulk price.
No, the BRT thing is actually very good, but I think I've only had that experience of entering BRT probably twice, ever since I've been in Lagos.
More than twice.
Ever since I've been in Lagos, and the first experience was not fun. I told myself I'm not going to enter this one again. Imagine people standing.
Yes,
for a good number of hours.
Some people will stand, some people will sit. I think when you're just you want to move in time, you have no option, especially if the seat is filled up already. You have no option than to join the stand. And if you don't want to join, you have to go and queue for the next turn. That's just it. So there should be things being put in place, and also electricity now. I think electricity now has, would I say, really improved, because for the past 2-3 days now, there has been no blackout from in my own space or in my own streets, my area.
Because you see what I'm looking at you. Because in my own area, we didn't have light throughout the whole of Sunday. Then on Monday they brought the light around 6 p.m. Then throughout yesterday we didn't even see the lights.
Wow.
Till this morning. My clothes is a little bit rumpled because I don't have a choice. I have to come to work, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're watching this program this morning, we are still on Lagos this morning. Of course, on Flip TV Plus. Please tell someone who knows someone that knows about Flip TV that we are now on our sister channel, Flip TV Plus. Please do want to subscribe so that we can get your comments and your like when you hit the like button, and of course when you drop your comments on the comment section.
Yes, we have a comment from Mr. Ola Adewale saying, sorry, maybe people need to pray harder as they always do instead of fighting the rogue politicians. Yeah. Nigerians we need to pray, just pray in the comfort of your homes, behind your closed doors, and come outside and do the normal thing. But also, when we elect these people, are we supposed to still drag them and fight them before they do the right thing? Because I'm not understanding. Because when some people say that they don't want to be part of the political space at all, they don't want to even collect any voters card, they're tired of the whole system, we tend to see them as someone who is irresponsible. Now, let's say someone as you've gone through the whole rigorous process of collecting your PVC, and at the end you voted, and this person gets into power. Are you still supposed to drag that same person to deliver on his own campaign promises? Because I don't just understand. It shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't be dragging them. When you stretch yourself to get the voters card, you stretch yourself to even vote on that day. You will still now start dragging the president, the governors, the House of Rep members and stuffs to do what they are supposed to do.
See, we do the
something else.
These things are not hidden. Like I always say, you understand. When people are campaigning, it's during the campaign that we are supposed to know people who can be answerable. People that you can actually call on and they will answer you. It is during campaign, because we saw what happens during campaigns. So people campaign, they are only after they just need your attention. When you need their attention, they are not going to give it to you. I don't know if you can remember that during the campaign, some of the presidential candidates at that time were avoiding appearing on media.
Yes.
And then you expect these same people who we are avoiding coming on media to actually
be answerable
to the people they are going to lead. This is they are not rocket science, if you ask me. They are just things that common sense should be able to tell many Nigerians that the handwriting is boldly written on the wall. It's not like what's it called again? Mene taking a fast or something like that in the Bible. No, it's not. The handwriting is clear on the wall. You're seeing something, you are ignoring it because this person is someone that you really want. But see, it's not about it is someone I want this person to be there. It's about if this person actually goes there, is it will this person be responsive to Nigerians? Look at the situation where we are in now. We entered into the era of forced subsidy removal without Nigerians being pre-informed about it, without nobody talking to us that this is what we are going to do at this time. You just announce it has been lifted, and then whatever happens to you, and now clearly is telling us adjust to the new way of life.
Then I don't really know. Adjusting. Nigerians have been adjusting. You
just tell us what to do without even is that really the solution?
There should be a practical solution, not just adjust. Adjust is too, would I say, verbose, it's too wide. Tell us the practical solutions, what Nigerians should do to cushion the effect. So we have a comment from Anna Bob. Hello guys, long time I have been waiting for your notifications. I never knew you guys have moved. Yes sir, we have moved to Flip TV Plus.
Please, just in case you know someone who knows someone that know about Flip TV, please do inform the person that we are now on Flip TV Plus. If you can, please share this content this morning so it can reach more people. And of course, don't forget to hit on the like button so that some more people will get to see what we're doing.
Yes, on 25% FCT vote, court dismisses case against Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Yeah, we saw the report yesterday. There's been a lot of dismissals of cases, in recent times, just like the case against the vice president Kashim Shettima, that probably is not qualified to be
double nomination.
Exactly, during the nomination, having double nomination forms, it was been dismissed, and this one too as well. Some Nigerians are actually saying that is the whole case. There are fears in the polity that would the whole case not be dismissed like this. That might get to a point whereby they will just dismiss the whole case, and everybody will go back home.
Now the question is, even INEC came out to say that 25% is needed.
Yeah.
For you to be declared president. So, and court is dismissing it. Well, I don't really understand how they do this kind of thing, though. I don't really understand.
There've always been controversy surrounding that FCT. Because during Obasanjo regime, I think there was the same issue as well. He didn't get 25% in Abuja, but he became the president of Nigeria. But they'll come up to tell you that, okay, it's just there, it's not really necessary. What if the person want 35 states and he didn't win the whole Abuja? Are we going to say that the person should not be president? You know, stuff like I think it should just be clarified once and for all. Just like I said yesterday, they should clarify it once and for all. Do you want Abuja to be a state? If you want it to be a state, then they should start electing governors.
It just has 6 local governments. It can't be a state. It
can.
With 6 local governments.
No, we have countries that are just like Lagos State alone. That they are not even big at all.
And it's not Nigeria. Those are other countries, not Nigeria.
Well, if they can just...
Well, the thing is, I don't really know how many local governments a particular state should have or a particular region should have
minimum.
For you to be declared a state. You know, I don't really know.
Well, I think it should be looked into. Let's just decide it once and for all to avoid future controversies surrounding all these things. Because when you have the issues, that's when different lawyers will now start coming out and saying different version of their own of their own opinion when it comes to the FCT. So it should just be resolved once and for all. I've always supported fuel subsidy removal. Obi, he said in this report that if you were to be the one to remove the subsidy, that there's a way he would remove it. Just like he likened it to a case of a dental issue, whereby when you go to dentist and you want to remove a bad tooth, they will give you a particular injection that would numb that part, whereby you won't feel the pain immediately, but later on after the surgery and stuff, it will now start coming gradually. So probably it means like it didn't really break it down into the practical processes, but probably it means that it would not remove everything at once. Maybe in percentage, you know, gradually, maybe within 6 months or 1 year. That's how you just remove it. But I think they should have done it better than this. It's just too sudden and too harsh.
You know, I last week I saw this this post on Instagram where Peter B, during his campaign, he was talking about that he was going to remove fuel subsidy, and then someone dropped a comment and said, I don't know why you guys are fighting the president now, Bola Tinubu, because he removed fuel subsidy. All of you that were supporting the Labour Party candidate, he also did mention that he was going to remove fuel subsidy, and then someone said, yes, he did mention something like that, but he wouldn't have ended it or removed it the way it is being removed now. Well, I don't know how he would have done that because he has his own way of doing things just like every other person. But then, like, I'm just speaking now like an average Nigerian, you know, who is actually being affected with this fuel subsidy. And the truth is, no time would have been better. But just like other Nigerians who always say, there should have been an easier way so that it won't really hurt the way it's hurting now. So it won't really pain the way it's paining most people now, you know.
Yes. So believe that in few weeks or few months to come, they will come up with solutions or another way out.
Imagine buying a liter of fuel for 500 naira, and then someone comes to tell me that in Europe they sell for 500. Come on, what is their minimum wage like? You can't compare it to this place. And come on, this is Africa. This is Nigeria. We are not in the European nation.
Exactly.
This is not UK. This is Nigeria. You know, okay, if you are removing fuel subsidy, I will also probably oblige to our leaders, you know, to increase the minimum wage. Even though labor, right, they said 200,000. It's actually way too much though. But I think the minimum wage can be increased. Then let's deal with the 500 naira fuel subsidy. You understand? Buying a fuel for 500 naira, you know, and then the minimum wage is not 30,000. At least to something greater or bigger, so we can be able to cope. Because right now people are going through a lot of things in this country, you know, and it's not being funny at all.
It's not funny. We have Gladys Chisom right now. Hello guys, thank you for joining us right here on Flip TV Plus. Moving on, artificial intelligence risks gains of revolutionary technology. Actually, when this AI thing came out, I was skeptical about it. Though the good side is just, exceptional, is amazing and stuff like that. But if you look at the bad side, even before the advent of AI, we have our guys out there, doing their thing, scamming people, carrying out fraudulent activities. But with this AI, everything will just escalate. I saw a particular report. A man said he was being scammed by his own brother. The young man lied to his brother that he was being admitted in hospital. He now sent a voice note to his elder brother that he's been admitted, because he had ulcer and he needs to carry out an operation immediately before 24 hours that he might die. Could you believe that this voice note was not done by any doctor? It was AI. It was artificial intelligence audio note, and the man sent this money. Series of stuff like that, whereby you can actually do a video call without you not doing the video call actually, but they will see your face there. So it's all about artificial intelligence. So if you look at the pros and the cons, I've not really used it, just like the ChatGPT now that people are using. It's just like a means of enhancing what you've been doing. But Nigerians, we tend to do things in the wrong way first before choosing to the extreme. So now even our younger ones in the secondary school, they are now using ChatGPT to do their assignment. I always say this thing that this artificial intelligence, when they talk about when someone is being amputated, they bring in artificial leg. It is physical, so to aid the person's movement. Probably the person's fingers, the person has lost his fingers or something, they bring in artificial hand to just fill up that gap. But when you bring artificial intelligence, the person will stop using his brain 100%. And because people would think less, because they have a machine that can think faster than them. So what happens when they suddenly remove the artificial intelligence? Now the brain has lagged behind. You will now be dependent on that machine too much. People are using ChatGPT now to write their final project.
Behaving like zombie. You are just a human. You are just human because you possess a human body, but then your spirit is not functioning.
Something like that. Some people are using ChatGPT to write their final projects now. So I think what and the lecturers now know, they are aware. So they will tell you that go and bring everything you use, all the materials. You have to present it, because ChatGPT will not give you any material. You will just type the question there. Okay, give me the answer to this. It will write audio projects for you, cite authors of books and stuff. So I think to a very, very large extent, ChatGPT AI is actually okay, it's good, it's beautiful, but on the other aspect, on the other hand, the cons, they are just outrageous, actually outrageous. So to some extent, I think it should be regulated. It should, even if it is not over there, they are the owners. But in Nigeria here, it should be regulated. I saw a report where the teacher uploaded, he snapped the results, the assignment, and posted it online that his own student used ChatGPT to answer his assignment. While me, a teacher, I stress myself to read and teach you, impart knowledge into you. You are now using artificial intelligence to answer my own question. No, now you're not allowed to even flog those children anymore. So what kind of children are we breeding? Zombies? No, imagine. We are breeding zombies now. So what kind of stuff is that?
People who can't even think for themselves.
They can't think for themselves.
Who allow computer to think every single thing for them. It's actually a very big problem. I don't really know where we are headed in this world, though. Even though technology is good, but then to an extent, and I also feel that some parents should try to monitor their children as well, because it starts small. Imagine a child who is in primary school, because the person has access to technology and all, trying to figure out everything, they will not think for themselves anymore. Exactly. Every single thing you ask them, they'll quickly run to the internet, to go and make research and use GPT to answer every single thing. What is my mind thinking now? Imagine that you go and ask.
To tell you what your mind is thinking.
Can you imagine that kind of thing? It will actually it will lead to disaster.
Yes, on the long run, it would actually be a bad one if they don't regulate. They believe it's okay. I've been seeing series of adverts, and I'm like, why are these people pushing this thing so hard? It's just for their own money.
The funny truth is that, you know, they produce these things there and they push them to Africa. You know, they are trying to, and originally Africans were very, very intelligent,
of course,
and we are very smart. But I don't know if I'm to say that Satan is trying to weaken our brain. I don't even know how best to put it, honestly, because that's how I feel. They're trying to weaken us so that we will not think out, like use our own God-given intelligence,
yes,
to think out things and sort out things for ourselves. You know, we only depend on technology.
Yeah.
You know, and it will get to a point we can't even compete with people out there. Every single thing you run to the internet.
But it is their own knowledge that's in your own head.
Honestly speaking.
Not your own knowledge.
And there's something that they usually say, you can't get wisdom even in the chat GPT. You can't get wisdom there. Yes. There's no knowledge you can.
It's not, you're not getting knowledge from ChatGPT. You are using ChatGPT's knowledge inside your own.
Yeah, that's true. And that knowledge that you're using will actually definitely weaken your own.
To weaken your
God-given
because
knowledge.
It's not as if you actually you know you're getting information and you are downloading it into your own mind. No, it's just like, okay, I need to do this project now. How can I do it? And you now type that question, ChatGPT, write this letter for me. Write a letter to my mom telling her that blah, 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 blah. Write this letter to my uncle, to my boss, you know, and it gives you the letter. You didn't learn anything. You only asked ChatGPT or the AI to give you, and it gave you, and you pasted it, copy and paste.
And you can't.
You didn't learn how to even write it.
And you can't even read it.
Exactly. So once they take this thing off, you can't sit down and write these things anymore. So you are practically not using your brain. You are using an artificial brain, someone else's brain. And these people, the more you use their platform, you just have to pay. So now they are pushing it to get the money, not as if they like the people, not as if.
Well, it's not like it's a bad idea. It's not actually bad, but where it is bad is because most people, or do I say Nigerians in particular, because I can speak of Nigerians because I'm Nigerian, right? We see anything that they produce for us or they bring out, we're always the first people to go and grab it. It's just like iPhone. People producing the iPhone, I don't even know if they're even using it the way we are using it here. Because
Nigerians are obsessed with
we are always waiting for the iPhone 15 will definitely come out soon. We are waiting for it to just to be announced or unveiled into the market space. Then we'll be the first people to go and get it. I wouldn't even mind doing anything just to make sure that we use the iPhone. You know, that is just it. And all these things that they are not bad. It is actually to help us.
It is how you use them.
But it is not how you use them that matters. And of course, you know, Nigerian, we just want to, we overuse things and we overdo things. Like in any opportunity that we have, we overuse it.
Yes, I just think parents out there should be more conscious of how their children are being exposed to the internet, to the technology, because they feel like, okay, my son, my child or my daughter or something is about 5 years, 6, 7, 8, and you give your child a sophisticated mobile phone to start using. Once you expose that kind of child at that tender age to artificial intelligence, forget it. He will never be able to, he or she will never be able to use her brain or his brain conveniently.
Those days growing up, my dad would always ask me some mathematical question and I would want to use calculator. If you see the first time I received slap on my cheek, I was like,
you have to use your brain. No, why would you use calculator?
Why would you press calculator? Use your. Then remember, I don't know if they still use stick to count. There's you use stick, you use
now imagine those times you were always using calculator. Now if someone asks you just a normal calculation like that, you will not be able to use your brain as much as using that calculator. You will be so dependent on the calculator. AI, Mr. Ola Adewale is saying, sorry guys, I think AI is an application to make life more better. Exactly.
Definitely, it is an application to make life more better. But then, in this part of the world, we overuse things just like we said. Anything that, okay, you will see small children now, secondary school children. Do I even say secondary school? Imagine a university students writing projects with
and using AI to write projects. So what have you been doing for 4 years?
What will you defend?
Exactly.
You wouldn't have anything to defend, or you wouldn't have paid the lecturer off. So please, I don't want to defend because you have the money. Since you can be able to buy the AI, whatever, you can actually bribe the lecturer. I don't want to defend, and he will listen to you.
I also think this AI, artificial intelligence, they said is an application to make life better. They said those people who produced it, who invented it, they said it will make life better. But let's think about how it would be in our own space here. We're not the one that produce it. Is it really making our life better Is it aiding our research institute? Are we researching it? It doesn't work with the African space or the Nigerian space? No, it will allow people not to even to look at research at all.
See,
they will stop doing research.
What happens to the libraries?
What happens to our libraries?
No, nobody will visit the libraries.
Nobody will read again.
Nobody will
because
visit
right
them.
now they say if you want to hide something from an African man, hide it in the book.
In the book.
Now they now brought in artificial intelligence. How do you now even read anymore?
And you know, these people, the thing there is that they are quite smart, you know. They know how to invent technologies, and we appreciate them for that. But then imagine a white man saying that if you want to, even if you put money in the middle of a book, an African man would rather be poor than search it out. So now you are they are encouraging us not to read anymore.
Exactly.
That's what they are encouraging, not for us not to read. It's going to make life easier. It's going to better a lot of lives. You know, so that you wouldn't get to crack your brain. Like I don't know. If you don't use your
on
brain,
the long run, it won't make any life better. This is why I said that. It's just like would I say someone taking drugs, or just like say just like let me just use drugs per se. You know it gives you this dopamine rush. Like you just feel satisfied immediately, but on the long run it is killing you.
It's killing you, and you think you're actually okay.
You think you are okay. You know you are not okay. You are not getting any better. This thing is just like having a quick fix, but on the long run it will totally damage everything. Now nobody will read again.
You can't think anything out for yourself.
Exactly.
You depend solely on AI.
Just like our student out there now, you know, using ChatGPT. You just get on the platform. You type, all right, give me this thing, that one. Okay, this is the write a letter for me, write a story. It will write everything for you. Then you just copy and paste.
There's this stuff. I don't know. Like it's actually very common though. They call Siri. You ask Siri what is the time.
Yeah,
Siri will tell you time.
iPhone.
Okay, Siri will tell you time. I'll be like, the first day I don't use an iPhone actually, so I use Android. So the first day I heard someone like, you just think you are Siri, what am I supposed to do today? Siri will tell you were supposed to go to the place, do this. I'm like, wow.
According to what you've set on the phone.
I'm like,
now that was not as if it's thinking for you. Probably you've set something on your reminder and you just ask the phone, then it tells you, it brings up what you set there. That is okay. But when you are asking someone, a machine, about what you don't know, and it's not as if after asking you get the knowledge into yourself, you just use it like once and for a copy and paste. No, you are not getting anything from it, and you even pay. So these people are pushing this thing down to other people just to make their money. That's it. We need to be able to read in between the lines. It's just like quick fix, and I don't see anything good in. You can do quick fix when you are not overdoing it. But if we keep on doing this thing, we will just be, raising children probably in the next 5, 10, 15. Now imagine this AI now taking over for the next 10 years. Even right now is now an issue when it's not even up to 1 year.
Like in the next 10 years is too far, 5 years.
Even 5 years.
It will get to a point, it will become a normal thing. Even for parents, they'll be like, use AI now. Please, I'm busy, use AI. Stuff like that. It will become like it's a normal thing. That's how it's supposed to be. Nobody remember that I'm supposed to actually read you.
You're supposed to read.
I'm supposed to actually
so
do this
now
to
imagine
myself.
Imagine the likes of Wole Soyinka, Chimamanda Adichie, and all other literary giants we have. Imagine they've used ChatGPT or they've used artificial intelligence. How would we have all those literary works? But because they use their brain, they use their mind, they could imagine and they could think and they write these things down. But all these things now, they have it ready-made on the platform where you just ask and it gives it onto you. And you just copy it and paste it.
Ask and it shall be given
unto you. It's just a quick fix. It's just like smoking cigarettes, like taking alcohol. You feel like, okay, just like people who drink alcohol feel like, okay, after taking this alcohol, I feel as if my problems have gone away. It's just I go into cloud 9, as they say it. Now, after coming back from the cloud 9, where would you get to? You will go back into that same problem that you left in and go into the cloud 9. After the effect of the alcohol goes away.
I love Gladys Chisholm comments. Look at what she said. Imagine the person that created the app used AI. How would he be able to create app? A very good question there.
Very beautiful. Gladys Chisholm. See, you deserve a hug. Come.
That's actually like, it's a smart thought.
That person, he used his brain to create AI. And he's saying he wants to think for you people and you think he's helping you. He's not helping you. You just want the money. If he wants to help, he would have done it for free. Why did they monetize it?
I don't know if you saw this guy that created an app that looks like OPay.
Yes,
Did
a
you see
Nigerian
that?
guy, a Nigerian guy.
Imagine if that guy used AI.
How would he have created
Well,
OPay?
we don't really know if he used AI to create that though. Oh.
Well, you know, he would have to host the stuff and he will create the application himself. So I don't think he used AI. But the person who created AI, what did he use? He used his imagination. He used his brain.
Honestly.
So if someone else can create another thing like that, let's keep using our brain. Not like AI. AI is coming to damage. It's not coming to make life better. It will bring it to you. Just you feel like, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm getting this thing quickly. But there will be a time whereby they can take it off. And once they realize that they've gotten over people's minds, they'll be
Okay,
able to
Ola
just do
Adewale
anything.
is saying something here. He said, knowledge is power, and the technology is an addictive to make life more meaningful. Again, it is an application. See, this thing, probably if there's any way they can hide it from young ones, probably it's only people that actually understands how these things are supposed to be used. So it won't take the place of another thing.
Exactly.
Then let it be that way. But if it can be hidden from children who are supposed to actually read and think things out with their own brain,
Now
actually
imagine
feel that probably AI should be for old people, you know, who can't do
who
anything
can't
anymore. Who
think.
can't
See,
think anymore.
okay. Let me put it in this way. Someone who uses an artificial leg, you have 2 legs now. Would you need an artificial leg?
Why would I need an artificial leg?
You have 2 hands. Do you need an artificial hand?
Of course
No. So now you have your brain. Why do you need artificial intelligence? It is for people who are probably mentally impaired that should be using it. So when you have your brain, you should not be using artificial intelligence. You can only use it probably let's say you are working on a project, then you need to speed up, then use it on that application. But when it comes to your knowledge,
just to help you to be faster on something you're already working on.
Something you're working on.
Not from the scratch. Like
From the
you're
real
giving an
scratch,
assignment
just
in school, you're looking for an artificial intelligence. What
answer
happens
the
to your
thing
own
and you sit down
intelligence?
pressing your phone.
So why are you now in
Okay.
school? There is no need going to school anymore,
No need
since
then.
AI is all we've got right now. So there's no point wasting money in looking for seeking knowledge in school. You know, so we should just all rely on this. Like I said before, I feel that it should be for people who can't think anything out again for
who
themselves.
are mentally impaired.
Like someone like my grandma now. You know, I would just say, what do you see or say it. Probably they can use voice note to tell AI, oh yeah, do this thing for me. You
And he would type it or bring it out for you. So I think it should just mainly be for people who are mentally impaired when it comes to, you know, the knowledge in it. But if you want to use it to aid your work process, just like say let's say you're working on a system, let's say you're using Premiere Pro, Photoshop, and you need some kind of effect.
Imagine a songwriter going on to say I want to do this kind of song, help me to write it.
Now you now come for an interview. Let's say someone like me, I go even use interview question kill you. I'll now tell you to do a freestyle for me. I'll give you beat, and you've been depending on AI all this while to sing, and we think, oh wow, this person is a very good musician. Now sit down here and freestyle for me, play beat for him. Or yeah, call AI to give you the song.
See, this is actually okay,
else.
but to an extent, please.
Just to an extent.
It shouldn't take the place of where we're supposed to use our brain, you know, because God gave us that brain for a reason. So we shouldn't depend solely on technology every time.
Yeah, just like what Ms. Gladys Chisom said, I love that question. Imagine that person that created the app used AI. How will he be able to create that app? My sister, you're wise. I think your son name should be Solomon.
No, please don't be Solomon, because Solomon.
No, she's a lady. She's
Please,
not a guy.
Don't be Gladys Solomon.
By me. She should be as wise as Solomon now.
Alright, we are getting gradually to the end of the program. You're still watching Lagos This Morning on Flip TV Plus. Please, if you know someone who knows someone that know about Flip TV and its amazing content and her amazing content, please do what to tell them that we've moved to Flip TV Plus. And if you're watching, you've not hit on the like button, please do hit on the like button so that this content can go viral.
Yes. So we've discussed about the Nigeria air launch. You know, the reps claiming that it is a fraud and is now trending on the social media space, Twitter to be precise, calling out these people that are in charge of the airline launch, that they should be brought to book. I think it should be addressed as soon as possible, because when I think the major problem Nigeria is facing is the issue of communication. When we have adequate and quality information being passed out there, this kind of thing now, this is a very big issue. Nigerians are reacting. There should be someone, probably from the presidency, come up with probably a report and let's know what really transpired and what have they been doing when it comes to the airline. Because I think it was being brought into inception, I think, in 2018, yeah. And now since 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, this is 5 years now, and you couldn't produce an aeroplane. You couldn't even bring in, not even to go and buy the plane and just brand it as Nigerian airline, then you get it registered and let's start using it, even if you can't produce or manufacture the airplane itself. But now they needed to go to Ethiopia to charter their own airline and brand this into Nigerian. And now you come to us, take a picture with it and say this is how it will look like. When you were unveiling, you didn't tell us that you were unveiling one mannequin airline for us, or this is just a sample. You don't unveil sample, you unveil the real thing for us. Just like China unveiled their own airline, their own airplane, being produced, being manufactured in China from start to finish. They manufacture their own aeroplane.
And come on, we have smart people in this country who can manufacture.
See, the funniest thing is that among those people that actually, manufacture that airline, you might find Nigerians there.
Of course. Just
like the US, this is the US Air Force. There's a particular Nigerian guy who produced magnificent drones for them. Now, imagine they are here in Nigeria and we have a working system. Nigeria would be, on top of the world. Would be giant of Africa, just like we used to claim. But you know,
and another thing I would love to add is this Nigeria Air launch and the airline or something. Nigerian youths, young Nigerians out there, we need to start getting more involved in the affairs of our country. Let's stop playing the blind eye that we are playing. If you see something, say something. Don't keep quiet. Yes. Because the moment you keep quiet, you're weakening the other person there who actually wants to say something. Because he or she will feel that if I say now, they will say na me say. You understand? So if you can say something, please don't hold back. Let your voice be heard if you can.
And also on the trending issue of fuel subsidy, adjust your lifestyle to current economic realities. I think the cleric is, just being factual. The Nigerians we need to adjust. Because we've seen in recent times that these people that are in power, they believe that Nigerians, the only thing we know how to do most is to talk. Talk about it, for weeks, months. It will get to a time Nigerians will get used to it. Now we are having lesser vehicles on the road now, due to the fact. Some people might even end up start even selling their cars. Some people might start selling their cars very soon.
Sell, auction the cars.
They'll just auction it off.
And see, in 2021 and 2022, we had a good number of record of people that left the country. This year, 2023, if things continue like this, I don't know, you might enter a particular street and find out that nobody's on the street anymore. Everybody have left. So I'm even migrating to Ghana, Ghana.
Yes, I have a colleague who has migrated to Ghana with his family.
Benin Republic, Cameroon, and you just imagine that they are leaving their country, Nigeria, giant of Africa, in quote, going to Ghana, Cameroon, Benin Republic, seeking for greener pasture, even studying there. You see people studying in Benin Republic, you'd be like, what happened to our institution when we have a good number of institutions here? Just because you spend years and just 3 years you are done, Benin Republic, you come back and come and serve and stuff like that. So adjusting is not bad, but please, we can make things better. Let's make Nigeria livable for Nigerian citizens, so that our brothers in diaspora can actually come back and feel at home.
Yes, and also invest in the economy.
And invest as well.
All right, with that, we've come to the end of the program today. Thank you all for being part of the program. We have Renato Media, Gladys Chisom, Ola Adiwali, Gideon, Anna Bob. And that's all. Thank you all for being part of the program. We'll be coming back to you with another beautiful and sensational and phenomenal program, which is Girls Closet.
Yes, Closet. Very soon. I know you don't plan to miss that program, Girls Closet. Please, see, don't go away from your television. Stay very close, because we'll come back with that program. I know some of us love the program a whole lot. Please don't forget to tell someone who knows someone that knows somebody that knows about Flip TV and its amazing content. Please, if you've not subscribed to our sister channel, Flip TV Plus, please, as you're watching right now, hit on that like on the subscribe button. Don't scroll. You want to scroll, don't scroll.
Hit on that button.
Hit on that button. Hit on it. So that you get all of our content as they drop. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I'm still your girl, Gladys Alose.
And I'm Olamide Taufik Olajide. Till we come your way again tomorrow for this exciting program, Lagos This Morning. Bye for now and do have a great day.
Yes, bye for now and have a lovely midweek.
Yeah.
100 naira. Let's